gun, people. This is a pretty good their parents will be saying that they would just enter doctor school and they were all going to be doctors. But these are just 3 individual hoodlums. But for the sake of their parents, we'll call them future doctor students. So they come up to break into this house. There's a Ring doorbell, and the homeowner has a gun to defend himself. This is what's called a home invasion robbery. You have 3 or more people. You don't have to have 3. You can have a home invasion with 2 people. Basically, they come in hard, kick the door, usually put everybody on the ground, tie them up, tape them up, beat them, make them tell them where their money, gold, silver, whatever it is, take what they want, and then they leave. This is your typical home invasion robbery. It went bad, not because government was there to save you, not because you had 911, not because the government took your gun away and said only we should have guns. No, this guy was able to have a gun in Neptune Beach, and he was able to defend himself. So let's see how it turns out when the kind doctor students try to rob this person.
During a frightening break-in in Neptune Beach, and we want to warn you about the surveillance video. It shows the person inside the home shooting one.
They're warning about shooting, and you never see a gun, you never see a bullet, all you do is hear a bang. And they have to warn you of the dangers of this video because you hear a bang in the background. That's called programming, propaganda, making people fearful, making people think that you have to be warned before you hear a bang. I wonder if they're going to start warning you if a car backfires. I have to warn you, in this video, it could be very disturbing. The car backfires and creates a loud bang, which we've determined that could be a gun that could have killed somebody, but because of our good gun control, it's only a car. Don't worry. That'll be the next news release. Freaking idiots.
One of the intruders.
And they're in the house. But Rick, I thought that's why we have locks. Well, yeah, that's because you're an idiot. First of all, in apartments, what this looks like apartments, they usually use cheap things. First thing you should do anytime you move in a new place is take out the screws on all your locks and replace them with long 2.5, 3-inch deep wood screws that go way into the frame. This door wouldn't open had they did that. Basically, they just broke off or knocked out those cheap little short screws and it went right through the wood, which is why it didn't take much to get them in.
This is video.
Okay, so as they're leaving, this guy does a great jump. He plays Superman. Rick, he was going to be a doctor. He was testing his new cast techniques so he can whatever. Why do they all have hoodies on? Rick, you can't say hoodie. That's stereotypical. Hoodies aren't bad. Okay, but how do stereotypes become stereotypes? Well, hoodies hide your face. Hoodies are good when you do crimes. It covers your face. So it's not that hoodies are bad. It's that people do bad things, wear hoodies. It's the uniform of choice because it serves their purpose of committing crime. It doesn't mean I wear hoodies. Doesn't mean everybody wears a hoodie bad, but it does mean that when 3 people come to your door with hoodies, you might want to think twice about opening it.
You'll see only on News4Jax from a Ring.
So this guy, you can tell he doesn't really use much force. He basically just leans his shoulder and transfers his body weight to knock this door open.
Spotlight camera at the Park Place Apartments on 3rd Street next to Jarboe Park. News4Jax reporter Vic Michelucci was there last night and joins us today.
Oh,
Vic.
Yeah, I just spoke with the police commander in charge of the investigation.
Wow, there's a police commander in charge of the investigation. Why? Because they're probably trying to charge a pesky citizen with a crime.
Here in Neptune Beach, Mary, and he is asking for help from the community to find these 2 remaining men. This happened yesterday around this time. As you can see, it was bright outside. A lot of people were around in the neighborhood, but that did not in a matter of seconds. Caught on camera, it only takes about 8 seconds from the time these 3 armed robbers kick open the door.
Oh, those bangs you hear that the news media warned you were so bad just saved this guy and his wife and kids from possibly being raped, killed, stabbed, tied up, taken hostage. That pesky gun just saved them. That was amazing how quick that happened. Let's go back and see how fast that happens.
had a rude awakening in a matter of seconds. Caught on camera, it only takes about 8 seconds from the time these 3 armed robbers kick open the door.
Now, for you people who think gun control is good and live in these freaking left-wing cities where they say your gun has to be unloaded and locked in a locked cabinet and you can't have access to it because somebody might... If this guy didn't have a loaded gun, he would have never been able to load it. If this guy's gun was locked in a safe, he would have never been able to get it out. So locking up or having an unloaded gun is just as good as having no gun. Anybody that adheres to those freaking ignorant laws and policies is just freaking stupid. Keep your damn guns loaded. Keep them available so you can grab them. Teach your kids not to touch them and freaking have your gun available. Otherwise, it isn't going to do you a damn bit of good to have it.
To the time the person inside this second-floor apartment defends himself, firing several shots at the intruders. They quickly retreat, one of them jumping off the balcony.
Well, that's good. I think one of them got shot in the chest.
Police released these surveillance images showing the 2 getaway cars.
They brought 2 cars to the scene.
A short time later, one of the men showed up at a beach's emergency room. He was shot in the chest. A helicopter took him to a trauma center where he's stable. The other 2 got away.
Oh, so I wonder who's paying for the helicopter and the medical and to keep him stable. And I wonder who's paying for all that. If it's up to the liberal left wings, they will say it's the homeowner's responsibility because he shot him. That's what they'll say. This guy's putting on his gloves. At least he's practicing COVID-19 safety procedures.
Detectives posted their pictures asking for tips.
No matter who you are, this is a very scary situation.
We showed the disturbing video to News4Jack's crime and safety analyst, Ken Jefferson, a former Jack.
All right, whatever. If you want to go watch the video, you can. I think it's a good thing. Ring doorbell, man, that's great footage, great evidence, great for any jury. I don't think any jury is going to have a problem because, you know, without this video, these guys would say, no, we went to the house and we were selling Girl Scout cookies to fund our doctor books, and the guy just shot us for no reason, and he's a racist. And the jury would be like, oh, yeah, he is. And everybody, video is your best friend. I'm telling people, I've got video in my car. I got video around my house. I got video at my gate. Video is your friend if you have nothing to hide and you want protection. If you're doing illegal, stupid crap, you probably don't like cameras. Kind of like why cops don't like wearing cameras. But I digress. Well, then, there. Good job for the homeowner.